it's Sunday. It is 6:15 in the morning. These are the sea conditions. I feel so disappointed for everybody. I don't really understand why they've cancelled the swim, and it almost makes me feel like maybe they haven't cancelled the swim. There's people out there swimming, and I do think, like, if the sea conditions are like this and you've trained really hard for it, why would you not get up even earlier to still do the swim? Because it's so upsetting. Also, they've put all the boys out now. The boys are out and the lights for the swim are on, which makes me think that the swim's still on. I don't know. It does look like there's a current, but I've seen it a lot worse and it's gone ahead, so I don't really understand why they cancelled it last night. It is a shame. But anyway, I'm ready to marshal people coming in and out of the transition area, which will be exciting. I've got my whistle and I've got my t-shirt on. I've also got my high vis, which has got Ironman on the back. We're ready to go. There's people out there actually swimming the course.
Yeah, so I was in.
It's sad. I feel very sad for people. I'm just going in the cab to meet the rest of the JH running crew. It's quite exciting. Hold on. Hello. Hi. Good morning. You want me to do my long run while carrying coffee?
Yeah. It would be a challenge, so that when you actually then do your long run and you're not carrying coffees, it's easy.
This does make sense. I'm all over this.
And
so when I need a coffee, you can just come and get me one.
What this means is that some people haven't been on Strava to see that I did 15 miles yesterday in a high wind.
You're good at speaking.
Go on, Bev, you do it.
A speech about what?
Gee, everybody.
Speech.
Do we all know where we're going?
No. Yes.
How was that motivational?
Does everybody have a whistle on them?
Yeah. What?
A whistle.
A whistle? It should be easily accessible.
God, now you're going to see my accent.
That's all I've got to say. That's all I've got to say.
Oh yeah, please.
Well, that makes a change.
What are you doing today, Jodie? Third lead lady, bike support. There she is. Hello. So everybody is out on the bike. We are now waiting for the first lot to come back because I'm on the run route here, and here. I'm not actually in two places, but I'll be on one and Daniel will be in the other. I haven't worked out which one's which, but they're gonna come in from the bike there and then come out of the tent there for the run around the park and then back past me. So that's what we're doing. 9:21 at the moment, and I've been told by someone that the elite front runner could possibly be here at 5 to 10. So I'll be ready. I missed it, sorry. I wasn't ready, it was too quick. Also, they've moved us. We're stopping people from coming up to watch the run route go on. And then later I'll be on the run route over there. At the moment, I'm here. I'll catch the next lot of bikes that come in. I've been shouted at numerous times. I haven't really even been able to watch people come in, people go out, nothing, just shouted at. Never mind. The Ironman day has been completed. Some bits are very enjoyable, others not so much. Absolutely exhausting. I did get to see Emily a couple of times, my new friend from Parkrun. I managed to get some video. I did also see her finish. I was unable to get any video because of the crowds. And I also didn't get to see her afterwards because there was some kind of an emergency as a marshal I had to deal with. I did my best. I smiled. I cheered. I helped people. I did my best. I don't think I'd like to volunteer again. Maybe at registration, and maybe on a different part of the run route, but not near transition. Oh my god, it was so stressful. It's just stressful. I don't like it. Anyway, happy Ironman Day. That's all I have to say about that. I hope you had a wonderful Ironman Day.